Good morning, everyone. Oh my gosh, it is cold this morning. I got my jacket on, socks. It is freezing. I mean, technically it's only 36 degrees, but it is so cold. So, I'm about ready to start some stuff in the crock pot. I have no idea what I'm making, but I gotta get something going because it's cold and I'm freezing and I need warm in my belly later. Woo! Alright, so if you're ready to just go on an adventure in cooking, let's do this, alright? But before we get started, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button because you know it's going to be good. Alright, guys, let's do this. I made matters worse by trying to get ice out of my freezer because I do like cold drinks even if it's cold out. I know that's weird. But anyways, while I was in there, that's better. Get some light. I found this bag of, I'm assuming it's just some kind of chicken broth or turkey broth. I don't know. I think I cooked turkey and saved the broth. But we're going to get that going as our base in here. And, gosh, it looks like my crock pot's dirty. I think it's just burnt. I've had this crock pot for a long time. Okay. It's definitely good and seasoned in there. So I'm going to go ahead and just get this in the crock pot. I microwaved it for a few seconds to make it so I could get it out. Now, if you're making a creation with me, just get you some broth, okay? It doesn't have to be frozen. Unless you got something frozen in the back of your freezer you want to add in there, then grab that out. Let's use your broth, and I'll use my broth, and we'll be great. I know I'm cold, but I'm going to go ahead and try this little piece that broke off and see. Oh my gosh. It's chicken. Chicken bouillon. I think I cooked turkey in it. That is just remnants of turkey in there. My hands are clean, y'all. Don't worry. Only my family is eating this. All right, so it's chicken broth. So get you some chicken broth if you don't have any. Get that in there. That looks like about 2 cups probably chicken broth. And I'm going to let my mind do some reeling while I figure out what else I want in there. But at least get your chicken broth going. Just set it to low because it's early and we're going to be cooking all day. So it's early. Get your chicken broth going. I'll be back with the rest of the ingredients because I'm not sure what I'm doing just yet, but chicken broth base. All right, I decided we're going to do like a crock pot chicken pot pie. So I got my wonderful chicken broth in the crock pot right now. It's frozen, obviously, unless you guys have some pre-frozen, good for you. You know, if you got that chicken stock saved. But if not, you can just make chicken bouillon, either a couple cans or I like the powdered a lot. Takes up less space and you can have a lot of chicken broth. A can of peas, can of carrots, or a can of peas and carrots if you have that, or frozen peas and frozen, whatever you got. Okay, peas and carrots. Now, a lot of people add celery, but I'm not gonna because I don't have any. And we're using what we have. And also, my daughter doesn't like celery. My daughter does not like celery, which is why I don't have it. I'm going to add a couple of onions diced up, but I want to cook these in my frying pan. I'm going to saute them so they're caramelized before I add them. And no rush because my broth is frozen. And then I will probably add just some canned chicken. I don't have much frozen chicken right now, so I'll probably just add a couple cans of chicken, and we'll figure out the bread part of this pie later. But get that going, and we'll be back. Alright, I got my onions in there, getting sauteed with a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper. I salt and pepper everything, y'all. Salt and pepper everything. How much? Depends on how much you like. If some people don't like pepper at all, or they can't eat it, well then don't put any. This is just the seasonings to this soup are always to whatever you would prefer. And then of course you just gotta taste it, and if it needs more salt, needs more pepper, garlic, whatever, you gotta taste it, and it gotta taste good to you, the cook, and then you let it finish cooking and simmer, serve to your family or whatever. But yeah, I got my onions going, gonna get ready to get the rest of the stuff in this pot. I'm finally starting to warm up, thank goodness. Alrighty, well, my onions are sauteing. I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 cans of chicken that I've drained mostly. And those chunks will break up smaller, or if you want, you can break them up. It's up to you, but we're just going to let them be for right now. Let's check on these onions. How are they doing? Ooh, they are looking good. Oh, where are you guys going? You're not allowed to fall. Oh, they look so good. Right now they're getting translucent, but if you haven't had caramelized onions, oh, you don't know what you're missing. If you like onions, you got to try caramelized onions. We'll let those cook a little bit longer. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and just add the peas and carrots. I've drained those. Do you guys like canned peas and carrots? It seems like a lot, but it is what it is. Oh, I don't like that one. Anyways. Hopefully they'll be delicious. Alright, we're gonna let this just keep cooking while we wait on those onions. Obviously, those canned ones are already cooked. Frozen probably would be better in a slow cooker, but once I get everything in here, I'm just gonna have it on low. Once it's warm, I'll just turn it to keep warm until it's time for dinner. But at least it's in there and it's going. Now, if you use raw chicken breast and frozen peas, you know, just put it all in there and cook it on high or even low for 6 hours. Obviously, you can't taste it if you got raw food, but once it's cooked, then you can see if it needs more seasoning. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can make the recipe, and you just got to do what works for you, you know, with the ingredients that you have. I probably have frozen chicken, but I'm not trying to go out in my garage where it's freezing right now. And I know I have some canned chicken I can use, so that's why I'm using that. So, oh, they're getting there. They're not caramelized yet. A few more minutes. Oh my gosh, they're so good. It just gives more flavor. Something about caramelized onions. People say grilled, I say caramelized. Either way. They have to have like a caramely look to them, like brown butter kind of. Oh, butter and brown butter, both butter, totally different things. Okay, so, and you could put just raw onions in the soup. I'm sure it'd be fine, but this is going to give it a lot more flavor. At least for my house, this is what we prefer. So we'll be back when they're caramelized. All right, the caramelized onions are finished, so we're going to go ahead and add those to our soup. All right. Gonna make it that much better. Ugh. It doesn't even look like 2 full onions. I didn't take anything out. That's just how much cooks down. Ugh. That was 2 onions. Y'all decide how much you want, but man, it sure gives it a good flavor. All right, and we'll be back and show you in a little bit. All right, it has been a couple of hours. Let's check out our chicken pot pie I got going on here. My grilled onions, my chicken broth has all thawed. Look at that. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. I'm excited to taste it. This is going to be such a yummy dinner. Now, on a chicken pot pie, you would have a crust. So how are you going to do that in a crock pot? Well, I'm not going to worry about trying to get a crust in here. I'm thinking we'll serve this over maybe some mashed potatoes, or just have it as soup with a roll or a piece of low-carb bread. I gotta taste this broth. Hold on. Oh my gosh. That is, oh, fabulous. I'm thinking I want it to be a little creamier though, but I'm gonna have Mitch taste it. I may add some heavy cream cheese, or Velveeta. I'm not sure yet. I really don't want to go cheesy. I think it's perfect, actually. I think it's actually just perfect without being creamy, but we'll see what we end up serving it with tonight, and we'll be back later to show you. All right, my chicken pot pie looks fabulous. I took some broth out and put it in a little dish here, and I added a teaspoon of xanthan gum and just whisked that together in this little dish separate. Oh, have it on a paper towel there. But now it's super thick, and it's like a wonderful it's like a wonderful chicken gravy, and it's really thick here. So when I put it in here, it won't be quite as thick. Oh, it's so hot. Hold on. Let me get over my crock pot. So I used a ladle, and I ladled a little bit of broth out, you know, like so. I just got the broth out, and then I put it in this dish I just showed you, And I added my teaspoon of xanthan, which is a carb-free, zero-carb thickener. And I'm going to go ahead and just add that thickness in here, which will in turn make all of it thick like a nice chicken gravy. And I did it in a separate dish to let it cool a little. Plus, it'll be easier to mix it in here. And now my runny soup broth or whatever is going to be more thick, like what would be inside of a chicken pot pie. All right, we're going to let that simmer just a little bit longer. And I mean, technically it's ready to eat right now. Codee did say, sorry, I want to use a spoon and get the last little bit out of this dish. She's probably going to spoon hers over mashed potatoes. But I thought it'd be good just to eat it in a bowl, like a crustless chicken pot pie with maybe a roll or a couple pieces of keto bread. But yeah, some of those chunks are still pretty big. You can have big pieces of chicken if you want. But isn't that just looks so good, and it's so thick. And it tastes amazing. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go for now so I can get this video out to you so you can make this yummy food. Oh, it's so delicious, especially when it's cold out. Oh, who doesn't like chicken pot pie? And this way, less carbs. I mean, come on, it's got peas and carrots. It's carby, but you don't always have to have a crust. You can make a pie crustless. There you go. All right, guys, take care. Be sure to head on over to Lori, the Frugal Mom, and see what she's cooking in her crock pot. And be sure you subscribe to both of our channels and turn on notifications so you never miss one of our amazing crock pot meals. All right, guys, take care. Make something yummy, and I'll see you in my next video.